Dad, are you crying?
Who is your daddy?
Who is your daddy and what does he do?
I am your father.
All right,
Are you doing a whole open again?
I'm gonna do the open again. Welcome back to
go.
Two Dads, One Sippy Cup. This is the second time we're doing this now, but we're back.
Yeah, because Vinny ruined it.
I ruined it the first one. We're both doing pretty good over here. It's great. Everything's great. It's all good. Everything's great. And
I have something to say about that.
what do you have to say?
So, as a podcast, are we supposed to fake it? Like, am I supposed to be like, happy Mike, or am I supposed to keep this shit real?
Nobody wants to listen to you cry.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Like, does anyone even care?
Does anybody care? No, we don't have any. Nobody listens. What do you mean? Does anybody care? Nobody cares. Like,
Or do you care
about what? Are you?
about me and my happiness?
I don't care about your happiness, but I do care about you. No,
So
I don't care about you actually.
so you don't even care about anything about me.
Sometimes.
All right. Well, if you cared, right, you'd know, or you would care that my week, it's been about exactly a week, has just been misery, like absolute misery.
Like for about 1 week, it's been pretty bad.
Yeah, it's been miserable.
I've had two pretty terrible days, and we're not doing great. But I want to dive into your week because we haven't had the chance to talk, and I'm interested in this. I do care about you. You're my friend. You're my podcast host.
Okay.
We gotta care about each other, I guess. So let's hear it. What's been going on?
So I'll just do a whole breakdown of the time, what are those? It's like it would show chronological order of things where like the dots come down. You know what I'm saying?
A timeline.
Yeah. Well, ooh, that's the word I was looking for. Nice. Yeah, I'll make a little timeline for our fans. I don't know what we can call them. We're not like Lady Gaga. They're not like our monsters, or what does she call them?
They're monsters, no? Her little monsters.
Yeah, I think monsters. Maybe like we got to find what we have. They're not monsters.
Yeah, we got to think of that. That's a good idea.
What?
Our fans, you mean? Like what we're gonna call our fans?
Maybe we'll put it on a poll.
That's a good idea. All right. So what? Give us the breakdown. Where did it start? What was the breaking?
Anyway, so you mean my timeline? My timeline. I only paused because you're freezing again, but
You're fine. So just keep going.
it started about a week ago. To the day Michael woke up with all crust in his eyes. Like, it looked like pink eye. I thought it was pink eye. Turns out the doctor says because his eyeball isn't red, it's completely clear. It's some sort of viral situation, like where that's just where his congestion is leaking from.
And
I guess
pink eye is not a virus, I gather.
so. There's two kinds, I guess, like a viral conjunctivitis and like another one.
Okay. Got it.
And so, okay, so that kind of like gets a little better. Then all of a sudden he gets hives, like 2 days later. All this while whenever Michael gets sick, a big thing that happens is he doesn't sleep through the night anymore. Like every time. So now we're starting to get miserable, like a little more miserable every day. Then he gets hives, so I call the doctor, in which I flip out, think it's bed bugs. From it came from Nicole's school, from daycare, whatever. I flip out. Doctor emails me back at like 6:45 in the morning. It was pretty nice. I sent her a picture. She's like, it's hives. She calls me later. She's like, it's probably related to the virus he has.
Oh, okay.
Not like not like an allergic reaction to anything other
Right,
than
right.
the virus. So we give him fucking Zyrtec, goes away. She tells me give it to him every day because the rash can go away and come back. Of course, I don't listen. I don't give it to him. The next day, the rash comes back.
Oh my god. Why didn't you listen? What was your reason?
Anyway, so then, I don't know. It's just like you forget, and then he's asleep, and it's over.
True, true.
Like the same reason I don't take my multivitamin every day because I forget right in
Nice.
front of my face. But I'm like, I'll do it later, and then I'm in bed. I'm like, no, I'm not doing it. So then all of a sudden he starts to get even more sick. He's coughing. He's up all night coughing. He's got boogers down his nose. And now we were at the point all weekend where he won't even nap. He won't even nap. He took 1 half-hour nap Sunday and Monday, both days. A half hour. He
That's
could
rough.
take a 3-hour nap, dude.
So what are you guys
A
doing?
half
So
hour.
is he at daycare or you guys are off right now?
No, we were off Monday. So Sunday I had a first birthday where my son assaulted like every child there, and he was just a miserable fuck, and I was a miserable fuck because I was like slightly hungover. It was during football. I'm just like in the corner watching football on my phone like a schmuck, like watching Michael beat children up. Like it's bad. And he's just like a cranky douche. Like he is out of control. So we go home. We put him to sleep early. Blah blah blah. Doesn't sleep again. Then yesterday, wakes up cranky as a motherfucker again, coughing, runny nose. Put him down for a nap, half hour. And I plan to like go to this farm, have like a nice day, get some pumpkins, whatever, take some pictures. He wakes up in a half hour and Nicole's food shopping. I thought I was gonna die.
What was he doing? He was just
And
pissed?
I'm like, Nicole, she's like, I don't think it's a good idea. Dude, he's just like throwing a fit at like the littlest shit. Like,
Like just like
I
freaking
can't even
out.
like he can't open the top of the Play-Doh. He literally acts like someone just slapped him in the face as hard as possible. So Nicole's like, I don't know if we should go to this fair. Like, it's kind of far, and it's like expensive to go if he wants to leave right away.
Right.
I said, if we stay in this house, I will die. I will actually die.
So you go. What happens?
The only thing he wants to do is lay in bed with me and watch like not even TV. It's like children's ASMR that he likes, which is melting his brain. Which is fine. Like I'll put it on once in a while.
Right.
But that's all he wants to do because he doesn't feel good, you know? He wants to fucking sit in bed and eat snacks, which I don't blame him.
Right.
I want to do that too. So we go, and he's okay. He's just like miserable. He was happy to like ride a horse, in
True.
which I paid $10 for him to ride a horse. I swear to you, it was 10 seconds. I swear.
What? What? What did the
It
guy
was a
say?
10-second horse ride for $10. Well, someone went in front of us, and it was like a little girl, and she did one little lap, and that was it. And I'm like, what? Like, I wouldn't care if Michael didn't care, but we weren't even fucking back at the spot yet. And I'm not exaggerating, 10 to 15 seconds. That's all it was. We're not even back to the starting point yet. And Michael goes, more. He wants to keep going. I don't blame him. He likes to ride the horses. He does it all the time whenever we go somewhere. And this is the shortest one by far. So we basically just like had to like pull him away because he would want me to spend $100 for 100 seconds of pony rides.
Jesus Christ.
So the place wasn't good. It was like they just like robbed me, and he came home. He was miserable. And then he was up last night, 2 a.m. Today, cranky all day at daycare, and he punched 2 kids at daycare. So
Oh shit. So now he's doing it at daycare.
one, like a little girl,
Oh,
like went home with scratches on her face because of him.
So what happens now? Like, what do you do about daycare? What did they say?
Nothing. We just told them, to keep an eye on him. What are you gonna? There's nothing I can do, right?
Right.
Especially right now. He's coming home from daycare and he's just absolutely miserable because he didn't sleep. because he doesn't take naps anymore because he's coughing, or I don't know the reason. Well, I don't know what's happening, but he's not napping, so he's just absolutely miserable.
True.
So it's not like I can come home and like have like we could even play. Like he's just fucking miserable.
Damn.
So which means we're all miserable.
Right.
And I was just telling Nicole, like, it sucks to feel helpless in two ways. Like, one, I can't help him.
Right.
And then I feel like a bad guy for not being able to help him.
Yeah.
So on top of being miserable, I feel bad. And then I feel bad when I'm, like, angry with him because he's miserable.
Yeah. I mean, like, yeah, it's like it perpetuates the whole thing because you're just like mad that you're mad, you know? But what are you supposed to do? You know,
I'm mad that I'm mad. Yeah, there has to be some give and take, but everything is compounded 10 times when you're tired.
Yeah, I mean 100%. Like once you get exhausted like that, like my patience wears so thin that like like you freak out at the littlest things. Like not that you freak out, but it's like you don't have patience for him to be like to play with him when he's like losing his mind.
Well, that's not the problem. It's not, dude, I'm not even asking for much. Like something's very, not very wrong. Something is really hurting him. We're convinced it's like a combination of multiple things. We are convinced it's his molars again.
Oh, okay.
And he's sick.
True.
And for all I know, he could be like growing. You know what I mean? Like it could just be so many things.
Right.
And he's sick. And like it's been a week, so we're like fucking beat. And like Nicole looked at me yesterday, she's like, I need a vacation, like by myself. I'm like, okay. Me too.
Yeah, I mean, like it's tough because like you just like, I mean, there's no advice to be given, right? Like, no one's gonna tell you, man, here's what you should do. But like at the same time, you have to give yourself a break, right? Like any of those points, like where you are like if just looking back at like the newborn stage, right? Like where there is no break. Like you have to like just know like there's nothing you can do to make it any better. Like you just have to continue showing up every day because that's the only thing that matters.
Well, that's why like the no napping thing is brutal, dude. It's killing me. I mean, now like this during the week he's at daycare, but like over the weekend to not get those naps, it can be a horrible day. If you get that nap, that's good. It saves you.
Yeah,
it saves him and it saves you.
Yeah.
And to not have it was devastating.
That's pretty brutal. Yeah, I mean.
But I did say to Nicole, like, you brought up newborn, like all those times where you were like, I'm not gonna make it. You make it.
Yeah.
You don't know how. Next thing you know, you're in like 2 weeks of like the best kid ever.
Right.
And you're like, wow, this kid's fun. And then you get hit with like a brutal week and you're like, oh fuck, I'm not gonna make it. But you make it.
Right.
Like if I can give advice to any like new parent, it would be you'll make it. You might think you're not, but you will at some point. It'll end. It'll happen again. But
you always
But
make
you'll
it.
be okay.
You'll always be okay. You just have to keep showing up. Like that's all that. You just have to keep doing it.
And
just keep going.
You want to know the good news?
What?
If you don't make it, you don't make it.
Yeah.
You don't have to go through it
You
again.
have to go
So
through it. Yeah,
it's
you're
fine.
done then. Yeah. We put him to sleep last night. Well, Vincent's sick too, so we put him to sleep last night. He had like a 99 kind of temperature all day yesterday. We were, like it's not a fever. It's just like something's off. We were like, oh, I don't know, maybe it's just a tooth, whatever the fuck. But he woke up today and he had like a 102.9, like 102.5. Like it was just like so hot. Like because to me that's hot because like he had never had a fever before. So like I was like, fuck, like what do we do? Bro, first off, these doctor offices, you told me your doctor answered that message in the morning, and I was like, damn, like, okay, all I gotta do is call my doctor, find out what's good. Nobody would talk to me. Nobody would talk to me. I was
my doctor's awesome.
arguing with the girl on the phone, the scheduler, and I was like, she's like, you have to call the advice nurse. I'm like, they keep sending me to voicemail, and she goes, well, you'll have to wait. I'm like, what do you mean I'll have to wait? Like, wait for what? Like, wait till they call me back? She's like, yeah, leave a message, they'll call you back. I'm like, how soon? He has a fever. I don't know what to do. Tell me how soon they're gonna call me back. Otherwise, I'll take him to the emergency room. And she's like, they'll call you. She goes, it'll be quick. So I'm like, okay, what's quick? What does quick mean to you? Just so I have an understanding. Like, where we... Anyways, I just continued arguing with this person. Felt like kind of like a dick after I hung up with her. But she was being fucking rude. Fuck that. Tell me how fucking long.
Well, I will say most of the time I get attitude from the receptionist, the girls at the desk. My doctor herself, like, she's very responsive.
How do you get in touch
But if
with
I
them?
call...
You have her number?
I have her email.
Oh, true.
Dude, I emailed her at 6:47 in the morning with pictures of rashes all over my son's back. I don't know if you can see it.
Yeah, I can see it.
6:47. 7:36, I get an answer of what to do.
That's pretty nice. Yeah,
And then I said, thanks. And then she's like, I'll call you later. And she did. She's always good like that.
I mean, that's nice. Like, I
But
just felt
like
like
I said,
totally disregarded by the office. They were just like, you'll have to wait. I'm like, wait? What do you mean wait?
Yeah. The nurses themselves, like the receptionists anyway, I've had issues with them. My wife has had issues with them. My wife went into their office once with Michael, forgot a mask because that's what happens, right? And they like gave her shit she asked them for a mask and they gave her shit about it. She's like, you're a doctor's office.
Like, don't you
They
have
gave her
thousands of
one,
masks?
but like they gave her a hard time about it. Yeah, like,
and it's so annoying.
what
with
is
shit
the
like that too,
nurse at the
because, like,
desk buying the mask for everybody? Like,
right? And like when you think about it, like, realize, like, my kid is not wearing a mask. If he's coughing all over the place, what the fuck is the difference? I'm not coughing on anybody. Like, you know, it's just so silly. Not that, I mean, I'm not trying to be like anti-mask here or anything, but like, give me a fucking break. If I'm bringing my coughing kid in, like, I'm not the one you gotta worry about. Like,
yeah, that's the one thing that's so stupid is like, so I get it, right? I do get it because they're trying to limit the exposure for the people in the office.
Right, they
So
wanna, like,
like,
keep everybody
would you
healthy,
rather be
obviously.
exposed to 2 people with COVID or 1 person with COVID? The answer is 1.
Mm-hmm.
So I get it, but like, sometimes it goes way too far.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. So this was like the first time he's had like a real fever. So like he woke up this morning and like was really upset, like really upset. So like he just cried all morning and like, you know, he's a kid. He always wants to be crawling. He never wants to be held. And like he laid on me for like the whole morning. And then same thing with Marissa all day. Just needed to be held. She ended up taking him to the doctor. And like, I don't know, they don't do anything. They just were kind of like, yeah, he's got a fever. Like, and I guess like I should have known that, but like I don't know, you know. The guy gave him an antibiotic and just was like, take this, and she's like, for what? And he's like, just in case. And Marissa was like, what? Like, that doesn't even make any sense, man.
Yeah. So my doctor is, I guess, like the opposite. The only thing my doctor ever wants to do is test for COVID, and I'm like, he doesn't need it up his nose. Like, if he hasn't been knowingly exposed,
Right.
why are we testing him for COVID for no reason? Like, did they test him for COVID?
They did, yeah. He was negative.
He must have flipped out. Michael flips out.
Marissa sent me a picture after, and he was not happy.
Yeah, Michael bugs.
And dude,
I don't like it.
This pissed me off too because like Marissa was like, yeah, they took his head temperature and it was 98.7. I'm like, he like feels fucking hot. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm like, they didn't take his like rectal temperature. Like they didn't check, like to make sure, like to see, like, you know, no.
Yeah,
look,
but at the
like,
doctor's office, bro, you don't think they know?
no what?
Why do you think that's wrong? I don't understand.
They should have fucking checked his temperature, no? Like, to be like, oh, yeah, this is the temp. This is the
They
accurate
did.
temp. But his head was 98.
Okay.
It's like a normal temperature. He came home, we checked it, he had
Yeah.
103. Like, somebody's wrong.
Well,
Like,
yeah, well, I'm sure he was screaming after the doctor and fucking boiled his blood up.
I don't know.
You never picked up your kid after he's screaming, crying, and he's red hot?
No. No, that's never happened.
Michael
to me.
works himself up frequently. Eh, yeah, Michael will work himself up, like, to the point of you pick him up, he's, like, sweating. You're like, dude, what the fuck?
True.
Because he just flips out.
Yeah, no, I mean, I don't know.
I mean, bro, if the head thermometers didn't work, the doctor's office would not be using them.
You don't think so? Bro, it didn't work. You can't tell me that in the 40 minutes it took from him to get that temperature to home, that his temperature went up 5 fucking degrees. Right? I mean, that's crazy.
I mean, so I often question my thermometer because
Every time you do it, it gives you a
I
different
always
number.
feel like he's hot. And
True.
I literally always feel like he's hot. I'm like, Nicole, let's take his temperature. She's like, he's fine. I'm like, no, he feels hot. And it's like 97. And I'm
Right,
like,
right.
oh.
Yeah, so, I don't know. Sick kids
So
really suck.
I don't know.
I think that I probably gave it to him because I was sick last week. And now he's sick, so makes sense. But I feel bad. Hopefully he'll feel
Yeah,
better.
well, like I said,
I have to take off work tomorrow
it's
now.
always the extreme.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. You do?
Yeah, because, like, I'm not going to have my babysitter come. Like, she was sick last week, too. She woke up this morning. She texted me. She's like, I have conjunctivitis, but I'm going to the doctor today. I should be fine. I'm like, you're not coming over here with fucking... You're not coming with pink eye. Like, ends up... She ended up getting antibiotics, and she's good by Friday now. But, like, so I got to take off tomorrow. I had to call my parents to have them come a day early so that, like, I didn't have to take off 2 days. So they're coming tomorrow night now, so whatever. I don't know. It's no big deal. Like, I don't mind taking off of work to take care of my son. You know, it's no big deal. Especially if he starts feeling better.
Well, it
tomorrow.
does suck. But what? Your parents are coming here?
What?
Well, there, not here. There.
My parents are coming here.
Your
yeah.
parents are going there?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, they're gonna come. I mean, they were coming
How long are they
anyway.
staying?
They were coming anyway, but they were coming on Thursday night. But now I just asked them to come a day early because I was like, if you come now, because Marissa has work on Thursday, so one of us would have to take off on Thursday. So I figured since they were already coming, no, doesn't make a difference.
True. You know, like, what sucks for me is, so Nicole leaves before he wakes up.
Sure.
And if Michael's ever sick, I have to take off.
True.
Like, it's only me. Because Nicole carpools. She doesn't always take her car to the city.
True. Yeah, I mean, like, it's so annoying because, like, she can't get back, and, like, the thing with Marissa's job is, like, if she takes off for him being sick, she gets, like, a mark or whatever. Like, they like a demerit, you know, like, what? Isn't that fucking crazy, dude? She was sick one time, and they made her come in and, like, take a COVID test, and they were like, okay, you're fine, you don't get a demerit because you took a COVID. Like, it's like she's like, I'm sick. Why does it matter if I have COVID or fucking the flu or fucking sinus? Like, what the fuck is the difference? I'm not coming in. You're making me drive an hour to take this stupid swab test? Whatever. But my job obviously doesn't do that, I don't think. I don't know or really give a shit. But
yeah, you're going to get a demerit and go to detention.
like, it's so crazy that, like, you can't be sick or, like, you have to get a doctor's note. Like, it's insane.
Well, one thing that's, like, weird to me, right, is, you know, position like my wife's or like your wife's, they can't, like, just leave. Like, you can't go to work and just, like,
Be like,
gotta
I gotta
go.
run. Yeah.
Like, dude, one time, it just came up yesterday. One time I had to leave work in the middle of the day during the summer one time because Nicole went on a walk and lost her house key on the walk. So I had to go home and give her a key in the middle of the day. Like Nicole couldn't do that. She couldn't be like, I gotta go. I'll be right back in 2 hours.
No, yeah.
Like,
No, my wife could never do that either. I don't think I could even do that. I mean, like, because, like, I mean, I have a schedule, like, I guess. But, like, yeah, I mean, it sucks out here, man, working.
yeah, bro. That's,
Um,
unfortunately, that's the cards we were dealt. We weren't
born rich.
We weren't born rich.
We didn't
We were
marry
born
rich
to
either.
just be middle-aged, middle class,
Here we are, run of the mill.
middle white trash.
Yeah, we're right middle of the road. Do it yourself. Dude, wanna know something crazy? I just got a quote. This is not even remotely child related. Last year, I got a quote for somebody to do something to my front of my house so that I don't get water. Same guy, the same exact human, gave me both quotes. Came, quoted me $1,000, dig a trench, get the water out. They're my company that does they check for termites and stuff and spray and shit. They came back last week and I said to him, I was like, dude, can you just give me that quote again? Cause like, I don't remember what you said. I'm sure I have to get a new one anyway. But like, how much would it be to dig that trench? Comes back. First quote was $1,000. He quoted me at $5,000 for the same job. That's crazy, right?
Well, okay. How far apart was it?
1 year, exactly 1 year.
So I don't know what he was using or whatever, but so material has like literally gone up like on everything in terms of dumping material, picking up
Right.
material, anything. I don't know if 5 times the amount is necessary, but he also could be picturing it like this. So clearly you have a need that you haven't fixed yet.
Right.
And he seems to think that you've gotten other numbers and they were higher than his.
True. That could be it. It's
So
just like
he's
it's like a major
he's like,
company, so I
fuck
feel like
it.
he just like random. Like I don't even know. I gotta look at the quote more and see like if there was like a distinct difference between what he thought he was doing in the first time. I don't even know, but I'm not paying $5,000 for someone to dig a fucking trench.
Gotta do what you gotta do. Dude, I don't know. Some companies are weird. One time I got a quote from a company to come to my house. They came to my house and measured everything to do like my air duct cleaning for my
Oh yeah.
air conditioning. They do a quote. We set it up. They call me like a week before and they're like, listen, something happened. Can we reschedule? I go, no problem. We reschedule. Nobody ever shows up. I call them. Nothing. Leave messages. Nothing. I leave a shitty review on their Google. Hey, fuck these guys. They don't show up. I had to come home from work. Nothing. Never heard a response ever again. Isn't that weird? Like you wasted everyone's time. No, it never. Nothing happened ever again.
What the fuck? That's crazy.
Like it was scheduled for them to do the work, and I was gonna pay them $300, whatever. They came to my house, everything. Then they were like, nope. I guess fuck this guy.
That's crazy.
Another weird thing. So my landscapers show up for the first time in over a month yesterday.
Where were they?
They just no idea. I never texted him because my grass is like dead anyway. And he didn't even leave a bill. They just came, they did some edging, and they left. They didn't even like really mow the lawn. I don't know. I have no idea.
They're probably like, this guy's fucking lawn is dead. Like,
yeah, like what are we doing here? But they do my neighbor's house.
wait, so they show up. They're in your neighborhood. They're like there. They're just not doing your lawn.
No, they didn't do me or the neighbors for over a month.
And you were like talking to the neighbors, like, what the fuck's going on with these guys?
No, I wasn't talking to the neighbors, but
True.
ever since COVID, I have one of my neighbors who they do. It's an older couple. They're 2 women, overweight. They like don't leave the house. Like it's rare for them to leave the house
Because of COVID. Or you don't even
I
really
mean,
know.
I mean, they told me once, like when COVID was big, that's why they didn't leave. And I don't know if like because of that, like certain things got worse. Like one of them walks with a cane,
Right.
and that was never the case. Like maybe being so like
Cooped up.
not moving, like hurt, like really
Yeah.
fucked them up. I don't know, because they were already, older and heavy. So
True.
so they don't ever leave. So I never talk to them really. The only thing I ever do is I get the snow out of their driveway, and then they give me a gift, and then I do it again when it snows, and then they give me a gift. That's the only communication we have.
That's nice.
They didn't even know Nicole was pregnant. They didn't know about Michael till he was like 8 months old. That's how little I see them. I swear.
That's pretty funny.
Like they are just in the house. That's it.
Yeah.
Do you have a Reddit for us today?
I do. Let's go through it. It's a quick one, and I feel like it's perfect because it's about birthdays. Do you let your child take the day off from school on their birthday? Just curious, do you give them an option to spend the day at school with their friends or stay at home and spend the day with family and basically have their birthday on their day? Or do you decide that you want them to spend the day with family because you might have something planned for them, or maybe you want to take them out? I don't know. Bunch of bullshit. Would you ever let me ask you, did you have that option as a kid?
No. I'm sure if I wanted to stay home, I would have been allowed to. I'm like 99.9% sure. I don't know. I feel like kids like birthdays, no?
I feel like, yeah, right? Like you'd want to go to school for your birthday, like for your birthday party at school.
I also feel like I just can't take off because it's your birthday, bud. Sorry, man. You
No,
got
like,
other things to take
yeah,
off
like
for.
I just feel like I wouldn't bring that up to him because then, like in the future, he'd be like, "Dad, I get off for my birthday," and he'd be like, "What are you like? I don't get off for my birthday. Like, go to fuck
Well,
school."
I do know that. So I was never like a field trip kind of guy.
Oh, really?
So if you didn't go to the field trip, you were supposed to go to school.
Really?
You didn't know that? Did you ever not go on a field trip?
I think I went on all of them.
The only field trip I went on was to Philly in middle school.
I went to that one. I remember that one.
Yeah, I got in trouble from the dean for
I remember
buying
that,
a light.
actually. Yes, I remember exactly what you're talking about. That's so weird. You bought like the thing.
The laser pointer.
Oh, you bought a laser pointer.
And I
thought you bought the electric.
I
Somebody
bought
like,
What did they buy?
like the pens
What did
that
they buy?
buzz you.
Oh, I probably bought that too. But I remember the dean took my shit. And he's like, "Call your dad." I'm like, "Okay."
Jesus Christ.
So I'm like, "Yo, Dad, the dean took my shit." He's like, "All right, I'll be right there." So he came, and the dean's like, "Your son bought this today," and he goes, "So give it fucking back to him."
Oh my God. That's
So
funny.
yeah, I got it back. But yeah, I never went on field trips. I would either stay home or like my dad, I remember, used to go to the movies. We went to go see The Mummy, I remember.
Really? That's pretty cool. No,
Every time there's a field trip, we like went to the movies.
I feel like I remember being excited about field trips.
I didn't care for that kind of shit, man.
No, you were just like, you were just too cool, I guess. Not
Yeah,
me.
I didn't feel like it.
No, I don't think I've
I'd
ever
rather
missed a
like
field
go
trip.
to the movies with my dad, you know?
I mean, I guess that makes sense. I didn't even know it was an option though. Like to me, it was never like, "Mom, do I have to go to the field trip?" I was like, "Mom, look, we get
It
to
was
go to
like-
the Museum of Natural History." Like,
Yeah, no, I think I only did one field trip.
that's pretty funny. I remember that. I think
That's it.
the trip to Philly. What did we went to like the court case or whatever the fuck. Like we went to the
And
bell,
like the
right?
clock. What's
Yeah.
the big clock? Yeah, the bell. That's it. Not the clock.
Yeah.
The bell. I don't remember anything about the field trip other than me buying something and then it being taken away.
Did we also go to a Chinese restaurant, or am I making that up?
It's very possible. I have poor memory, so I don't know.
I don't know. I feel like that was middle school. That
I don't remember a Chinese. I do remember like we got home pretty late. It was like pretty dark.
Oh, really? I mean, yeah, we were in Philly for the day.
Yeah.
Well, we're getting off topic from kid stuff.
So
Well,
no.
oh, yeah,
I
we
mean,
didn't get
it
to
was
the point
because
yet.
of the Reddit.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. I don't think I would ever let my kids stay home
listen,
from school on their birthday.
I would let them. I just feel like kids wouldn't want to do that.
That's true. I guess unless you bring it up, they're not going to want to do that. Also, like, I think I would just be like, nah, dude, just go to school and have fun. Like,
I really think a kid would be like, no, I don't want to stay home. I want to go to school and like eat cupcakes with all my homies.
Yeah, probably. I just like, yeah, I don't know. I think that most kids would want to go to school. My birthday was like,
I guess we'd have to.
yeah, always in school. I guess yours was too.
Yeah, yeah. I feel like kids always felt bad for like the summer birthdays. Like, oh,
Right?
you don't get to celebrate at school, loser. Everybody celebrate me.
Yeah, like I remember there was always a party. There was always cupcakes. Somebody's mom would bring in shit.
Damn, Yankees are losing.
Oh, really? Well,
Yeah.
then let's call it quits on this show. Because I'd like to get in a little relaxing before my kid wakes up sometime in the middle of this night. And
Oh, bro, every night, you know what I tell Michael?
What?
I tell him I'll give him money if he sleeps through the night. I'm
Does
like,
he?
I'll put in your account. I'll put $50 in right now. I'll do it if you just sleep. He never listens. He doesn't want the money.
He's not broke like us, man.
He's not. His bank account is pretty fat. I feel like I'm pretty jealous.
That's pretty cool. Good for him.
Like to have money and not know you have it, number one, and number two, like there's nothing to spend it on.
I just opened
Pretty
my kid's
nice.
account the other day, so he has only $200. So, not good.
Damn, bro. It's all right. He's doing better than dad.
Yeah, that's true. So that's our episode this week. We are back next Tuesday, so we will see you next Tuesday. No, we'll see you next Wednesday.
No, you always do that. We won't see them on Tuesday.
I just like to say that though. I like the way it rings. But I'll see you next Tuesday. And yeah, and that's it. So we'll follow. You will follow each other. We'll all follow each other this week. You follow us. We'll follow you right back. Subscribe specifically to the YouTube because that's the big money maker for us. So the more subscribers we get, the more pennies we pinch. And that's that. So next time.